This week's economic update is presented by Augusta Business Daily and TAB, the Alternative Board.
Well, Coach Dave, a big story ABD broke last week was letting everyone know that we finally have the date in which Fort Gordon and the name will be changed to Fort Eisenhower. It'll be October 27th, which is all part of Dwight D. Eisenhower's birthday month. So it's really kind of neat. And gosh, the military is so important here in the CSRA. 32,000 folks are affiliated with Fort Gordon, whether it be, enlisted or contractors or what have you. And you have a military background as well.
Right. I think one of the most amazing things that has happened with the fort, as you know, Cyber Command, all of that coming into, and now the name change. What I thought was interesting in the article was that the name's already there on the medical facility, and so there's always a strong history of Eisenhower on the base, and changing the name, I think, is just the next step forward in the evolution of the fort.
Believe it or not, it's pretty cheap to do it. It's $580,000 for local sign makers to kind of change everything.
Most businesses wouldn't think that was cheap, but maybe it's cheap.
Well, but there's 7 other bases that have done the same thing, and it's $39 million, so it's kind of crazy. So a couple other quick last tidbits. Why is this significant? $2.4 million in economic impact due to the fort will be Fort Eisenhower. And then they've gotten local creatives involved, which is really neat. I don't know if ABD will take a swing at this, but they're trying to pick a new logo. And so they've got about 24 different graphic artists.
Something on that.
Yeah,
that's exciting.
Yeah, it is. It is really great. So we'll continue to follow this. We were first on the scene with it, and again, you can go to AugustaBusinessDaily.com. We also have an M&A this week, a merger and acquisition.
Yes. A local body repair shop was bought out by Classic Collision.
That's right.
Mr. Harold Wright had launched years ago and did all the right things from a quality standards work, and has decided to step back. I think the greatest thing about that was just the fact that he had, so many business owners maybe sometimes can't sell for whatever reason, and he built an organization that he could. And then Classic Collision, of course, one of the things stated in the article is that a continuation of the same types of culture and care and customer service that we've come to know and love from that shop. So,
quick story about Tracy Bryant, who's the regional director of Classic Collision. Before he got hired on by Classic Collision, Dave, he would commute back and forth every day for more than 2 hours to Atlanta to work for them at one of the top performing shops. He proved himself, and now look, he operates or oversees 4 different Classic Collisions
very awesome.
in the CSRA. This past week, a little different from TAB in terms of what Coach Darren did, in terms of helping business leaders know how to make things a little bit more productive in the workspace. And we're talking technology this week.
Very true. Yeah, when you look at, it's all about remote work. Okay, and there's really 3 things that the article talked about which are very important when you come to remote work. Tools, support, and security are really the 3 things that are super important if you're looking to do remote work. And so the article talked about tools. I think it's very important for employees to have the right tools to be able to do their job remotely, and there are some unique things to that. The second thing is support. They need different levels of support, and a remote worker, and so the company needs to look at that, when they look to have remote workers. And the last thing, which is very important, is security. We need to, if employees are using their own, many times the company will send them the laptop or phones or this or that, and then setting up a virtual private network or some type of security too. So if you really cover those 3 things, support them right, and then it can really be a very rewarding experience for everybody.
Well, there's a step-by-step process to this, and there's a link to Coach Darren's article below in the YouTube comments here. And Coach Dave, it's good to be back. We had a few weeks off related to the expo and such, and we're looking forward to continuing. Thank you so much.
Thanks for having me.
Okay.
This week's economic update is presented by Augusta Business Daily and TAB, the Alternative Board. To learn how TAB can help your business, visit tabcsra.com.